Whack and Epified bring you an account of what went down at Air India. In 1953, India joined the then elite club of nations that had their own commercial carriers. India was less than 10 years into its independence, but she now had a nationalized airline. The brainchild of the visionary J.R.D. Tata, this airline was called Air India. By the 60s, Air India became synonymous with luxury and sophistication. But soon after that, Air India landed in murky waters thanks to the union-led pilot strikes. These strikes were not to seek additional wages, but against the deduction of life insurance from their wages. Now, this norm, by the way, was practiced by all airlines across the world. The downfall of Air India was not because of these strikes alone. It had a lot more to do with the way the government was functioning, which to most people was far from transparent. In June 2004, the then Civil Aviation Minister submitted a note to the Prime Minister, explaining that he would require Air India to reconsider a deal with the airline manufacturing company Airbus. The note suggested that it was important to increase the order of the Airbus planes, as there was fierce competition on direct routes to North America. In 2005, the Aviation Ministry changed this order from Airbus to Boeing. Coincidentally, the Aviation Minister was a personal friend of the President of Boeing International. In 2007, the Air India and Indian Airlines merger got approved to form the National Aviation Company of India Limited. At the same time, 40 highly profitable routes out of India, which Air India applied on, were cancelled. While this was happening, foreign carriers from other countries continued to increase their flights in and out of India. Most of what was left were slots that were low on popularity and profit. Reportedly, the Aviation Ministry also parceled out rights meant for Air India to foreign carriers like Lufthansa and Emirates without even asking for an increased Indian share in their countries. By 2009, Air India was facing a massive financial crisis. Now, this was a result of the two initiatives taken by the Honorable Minister of Aviation. One was the oversized purchase of new aircrafts, and two, the merger of two national carriers, Air India and Indian Airlines. The company posted losses of $22 billion in 2008, $55 billion in 2009, along with a debt of $160 billion. A former official on the Air India board, featured in the Neera Radia tapes, describes the contents of the letter that he had sent to the cabinet secretary. In this letter, he alleges multiple irregularities in the process of revising the airplane order. The minister himself had a stake in Indigo. Not only this, the tape also pointed towards the fact that the ministry made millions of dollars by selling the extra slots to Kingfisher and Jet Airways, which was Air India's bilateral share. The ministry defended itself by saying that they had appointed a world-class consultant. They said that they had made a proposal to both Air India as well as the Aviation Ministry. And according to the ministry, there was no evidence that the airlines would have fared better without their decision of merging the airlines. They also said that the national carrier could not meet the aspirations of the consumers and there was a need for liberalization. The final stab in the Maharajah's back did not come from international airlines. It came from our own countrymen and their monstrous greed. Like, comment and share this video. And for more wacky videos, subscribe to The Whack. And for videos on mythology and history, subscribe to Epified.
But that would be kind of interesting, right? Like walking around this one village where there's only like twins. How cool is that?
Akhenaten established a new god, Aten, and introduced monotheism for the first time in the world.